Gash, how you been, brother?
I've been great, man. Been great. And you should tell them we're going to have videos on TikTok here shortly.
Yes, new TikTok is coming soon. You can hear my dog in the background. I'm so sorry about that. Shut up! Shut your face! There's a cat outside.
It's the same way he treats Christy when she's here. Wow, look at that.
All right, let's jump right into it. Second opinion, we're going to go into Civil War. Now, Gash already got into this. He did a segment on it about a few shows ago. Gash, tell him what you thought, and then I'll tell him why you're wrong and I am right.
Who says we're going to differ?
Oh, because I know what you said and I know what I feel.
Oh, no. All right, so in second opinion, I tell you what I thought of it originally. Brandon finally got around to watching it, even though we said it was one of our, favorite things that we were interested in for this year. It only took him, a handful of months to watch it after it was in theaters. But to remind you what I said, there were some in-between notes by me. I kind of left it vague until we got to the end. I did say artistically, I thought there were a couple choices that they make that I didn't like. But overall, I really liked it. It wasn't what I was expecting. Do you remember I said that? I was expecting this futuristic, war movie, and it was more about photojournalism. But with that being said, I still liked it, and I did give it a pop.
You did pop it, huh?
I did.
All right. Well, I got into it. It's on Amazon now for $4.99. So go check it out if you haven't yet. We talking any spoilers in these second things or no?
That's up to you.
All right. If I do a spoiler, I'll let you know, but I don't know if I need to. All right, first off, man, this is, like you said, this is not what I thought this was at all. I was excited about this modern day Civil War and what that would look like, and I wanted to know how it happened, and the different sides and the politics, and none of that is in this. I mean, obviously there's a Civil War going on. It's a backdrop, much like Zombies and The Walking Dead, to these characters. And these characters are journalists, and they're going to go and try to get an interview with the current president of the United States.
Not to cut you off, but I think I actually even compared it to the Iron Claw, how there's wrestling in it, but it's not a wrestling movie.
Exactly.
It's a family movie.
That was a big... I thought the trailer was misleading. I really do, because I went into that movie thinking, man, I'm ready for a cool war movie. This is something that's never been done that I'm aware of, in a modern day Civil War, and this was not it. I didn't get what I wanted out of it at all. Does it mean it was a bad movie? Yeah, I think it does.
No,
maybe not bad, but listen. First off, the music is awful. The freaking music is so terrible. There's times where there's these things going on. It does not fit at all. It'll be this uppity music while people are getting murdered. It's trying to be artsy, and it sucks. And I hate when movies take themselves that serious. There's times where the movie's it almost reminded me of Uncut Gems, where it was just they want to disorient me and make me feel a certain way, and it was I hate that. I think that's a terrible choice, because it was going on when things like Uncut Gems I kind of get, This one I don't get why you want me to feel weird while they're in a car talking on the way somewhere. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking it was down music. It was just jarring, weird sounds and things like that. And honestly, my brain does not activate well with those things. So that was a big thing for me. The music was bad.
Yeah, the sound is definitely one of the negatives that I brought up. I don't know if you remember that, but I did bring that up as a negative.
And for me, I'm not a musical person, but it does put me in a mood when I'm watching it. And if it puts me in a bad mood, and I'm already disappointed where I see this is not going the way I want it to, we're not starting out really good. Does it get better? It's fine. It's an artsy movie. I think it takes itself too seriously. I hated decisions that were made in this movie. I thought they were bad. The Chekhov's gun stuff was very obvious. It was just oh my god, all right, I know what's going to happen here. And I don't need to spoil that, but the ending of the movie, the big thing that happens in reply to the Chekhov's gun is dumb. Just totally, I just don't get it. There's threads in this movie that never pan out. You don't know. Maybe I didn't get it. And this ain't a spoiler, but Dunce's character starts to freak out at the end, and then all of a sudden is calm, and I didn't understand where that came from at all, because she's kind of the veteran who's been in the war zones, and she kind of is looked up to by this Padawan she got with her, that kind of stowed away with her. And just for some reason, she freaks out, and then for some reason, she's totally good, and then whatever happens. And I don't know, I didn't get it. Did I miss something there? Did you see something?
I think there was supposed to be an arc with her character to where... because she's working with someone new, she kind of puts herself back when she first started, and I think it was subtle.
Yeah, it was subtle.
My throat there. I just think it was more subtle than it needed to be. And I agree with you. It did have its flaws with the execution of the end of the movie. I will give you that.
How long was that, man?
But
okay,
it was just under 2 hours, I believe, if I remember correctly.
well, that's acceptable, but it felt longer than that because a lot happens, and then that's the thing. Like, things happen, but nothing really progresses the like the storyline that much. I guess. I mean, they're traveling. I think from Pennsylvania down to Washington D.C. or somewhere around that route, and
New York to D.C., but they have to go like
around
via Pittsburgh, I believe, like through Pittsburgh. Actually, I think they say in order to get there because of roads being blocked off during the war, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, and I don't know. I didn't get the visual things I wanted. Now at the end, when they're getting to the White House, it becomes a lot more interesting, and like that's what I expected most of the movie to be like. But a lot of it's just going through these cities, and it's like, I don't know. It's not what I envisioned the Civil War would look like. But I don't know what so I guess I don't know what it would look like. Could look like that, but it wasn't what I envisioned. You know what I mean? It didn't seem. I don't know. It just didn't seem too like they're in the beginning of the movie. They're in a hotel, nice, and everything's going good. Electric goes down, it comes up, but no big deal. But it doesn't feel like the country is being torn apart until you get to the end of it, or you get about halfway through it.
Yeah, and that's part of the movie. Actually, without ruining something, I mean, there's little towns that act like nothing's even going on.
Yeah.
Or at least try to as much as possible, even though even though things are going on. I really liked it because I thought it was a glimpse behind like the photojournalism part of it that I had never seen before. And I thought the acting was really well done. Yes, there are faults with some of the writing, but I thought Kirsten Dunst did a really good job at acting in the movie. I've never been a huge fan of hers, even though she's done, some superhero things, and we get into that. Yeah. But I thought she did extremely well in this.
She acted fine. Like, she definitely looked like that grizzled vet reporter that's been through the ringer. Like, she did a good job with it. That's why I didn't understand the character arc at the end where she freaks out. I just thought it was so out of character. But I don't have much more to say. I actually did not like this that much. I thought it was very slow, and like the best parts of this movie outside of the White House stuff was in the trailer. Everything else was super slow and super.
And half the trailer wasn't even in the movie.
Oh, was it? See, yeah.
They cut like 2 of the scenes that were in the trailer out.
Yeah. See, so I don't know. If it was for me, I wouldn't pay for this. I would bust it if it was a pop or bust. I was very dissatisfied by the end. And honestly, I know this sounds stupid and maybe a little bit childish, but I think the music really put me out of this movie the whole time because there was never a good. There was a lot of music and none of it hit. Like none of it, and it felt like it ruined a lot of scenes that I thought could be better executed with better music.
I mean, you're wrong. It's fine. It's an excellent movie that everyone should watch, and Brandon's just wrong because he's poo-poo because it wasn't a happy-go-lucky movie.
No. It wasn't a Civil War movie. It wasn't a Civil War.
You even said, maybe I just don't get it. You didn't. It's fine.
No, I definitely didn't get that one part, yeah. But I wanted a Civil War, and I got, let's go on a road trip with some a teenager and a drunk. That's what I got.
Yeah.
But all right, well, that's Civil War. That's my opinion. So we're split. So hey, go to our social media. Let us know.
The people need to break the tie here.
Yeah,
I'm for it. You're against it. So people, tell us what you thought of Civil War.
Yeah, without Christy here, we are dead even. So please go to our social media. On this post, when we announce it, please go down below and let us know who's right, who's wrong, and whether people should go see this movie or not.